Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'll be about 10 persons today. Welcome to Oswego. This looks like a pretty lively group, which is good. I'm ready for my afternoon nap, so if you guys keep me rolling this afternoon. I'm Mark Humber. I'm the Director of Financial Aid here at the college. I'm presenting today with Peggy White, who's our Director of Student Accounts here at the college. Okay. You can't hear me? It's not working. Working okay? No? I don't know. And so anyway, I'm Mark Humber. I'm the Director of Financial Aid. Peggy Lloyd, our Director of Student Accounts. And we're here to talk to you about all the stuff you don't really want to talk about, which would be the money stuff. Now, I do understand a lot of you today are here with our EOP program. For those of you, it was actually about half of our group today. You guys, I'm not going to tell you you can take a nap for the next few minutes, but a lot of what we're going to say, you're already dealing with as part of your EOP program. So a lot of the stuff, you're being helped individually, so that won't really matter. So this afternoon, what we're going to do is we're going to talk real briefly about the opportunities you have over the next 2 days to talk to financial aid and student accounts about the money stuff. We're also going to talk to you about the handouts you got on the way in. We're going to talk to you about financial aid in general, the building process, jobs on campus, and then a bunch of other stuff, financial literacy and some other things at the end. That sounds better. You guys all hear me better now? Yeah. All right, good. I don't want to be screaming at you or spitting on the first row here, so that would be good. So our session today, we're going to go over a few things. Again, the handouts we gave you, we're going to give you some basic tips about financial aid, about student billing, about how to get money back if we owe you money. So we're going to go over those kind of things. Now tonight, if you haven't already done so, or if you haven't done so in a while, and you have access here on campus, I recommend you go out to my Oswego and check and make sure you've done everything we've asked you to do. So if you go into financial services, you'll be able to check your stuff and make sure you're all good. Now, if you need help with any of those things tomorrow, or if you just want to talk to somebody personally, you're going to have two opportunities. Both of our offices, Student Accounts and Financial Aid, they're going to be open from 8 o'clock until 4 o'clock tomorrow. And we're both in Culkin Hall. I'm not going to try to describe to you where that is right now, but it's the administration building. Anybody can point you in that direction. Financial Aid's on the second floor. Student Accounts is on the fourth floor. And we're open all day. I always tell little Joe, don't try to show up right at quarter of 8 or 8 o'clock because we are state employees. So give us time to get our computers on and get our coffee. And so, we're open at 8 o'clock and we'll be there until 4. Then tomorrow afternoon, they have what's called Cruising the Campus. It's on your schedule. And that's when you're going to have an opportunity to go around and talk to different individuals, different departments, different activities on campus. And so that'll be an opportunity also for you to get any final questions you might have answered before you leave. Peg's going to talk about some of the things you got on the way in today, and hopefully nothing scared you too much. She'll talk about those.
So on your way in, the students picked up 3 things today. You got a brochure that's about refunding and how we give you money back if you need to, and we'll get into that a little bit later today. You got this cheat sheet, I call it. It's both financial aid and student accounts. Pretty much most of what we'll talk to you today about. So if you have questions, it gives you reference points, emails, websites that you can go to look up information further. And students all got a bill, or I hope they did. Is there anyone here that did not get one? Perfect. So the bill. It's an early bill. We haven't sent bills out yet, so it's a preliminary. It's not going to be perfect, but it should be very close to what you will be getting. You'll see the top section are your charges, the middle section are your payments, and the bottom section is your financial aid that needs something else done in order for it to go against the bill. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today too. And
So financial aid, I just want to go through a quick little to-do list for financial aid. Again, most of you have probably already done these things, but for those who haven't, hopefully it's just a little reminder. If you haven't applied for financial aid yet, it's not too late. You do need to complete what's called the FAFSA, the federal application, the free application for federal student aid. And so if you haven't done that, we can help you with that, put you in the right direction. It's not too late to apply for scholarships. Now, most of the college's scholarships for next year have already been given out through the admissions process. However, if you have some time to run Google or look for some scholarships that aren't necessarily to the college, might have to do with your profession or other things, you can either look at our site and get some links, or you can just Google and find those things. So it's not too late for that. In fact, this is that time of year when people who've been awarded scholarships might decide they're not going to college or not with the same thing. So there's a lot of scholarships that might be just left unused if you don't apply for them. Anybody in the room thinking of teaching math, science, special education, or a foreign language? A whole lot today. Good. If you are, the federal government has what's called the Federal Teach Grant. It's $4,000 per year, and you can talk to us in our office, and we can help you figure out if you're eligible for that, tell you what it would take for you to get that grant, and also you can look at it online on our website if you'd like more information. Again, it's $4,000 per year, both while you're here and as you go on for your master's here or somewhere else. So that can be a real good deal. Again, we always encourage you, if financial aid is sending you an email, you really need to do something. We don't send out stuff we don't really want you to read. We don't want to overwhelm you with that stuff. So if we've sent you something, or if student council sent you something, there's probably something you really need to read. Now, I'm not saying ignore everybody else's stuff, but we do make sure you read our stuff. There's some things that at this point, if you still have financial aid in that bottom section, in other words, it doesn't show as a payment on your bill yet, there's probably something you haven't done yet. And here's the usual culprits. You need to go on Oswego and tell us you want your financial aid. You need to accept your loans and your financial aid. You may need to do your master promissory note for your loans. Every loan requires a promissory note. They want to make sure you're going to pay it back. Loan entrance counseling. Every freshman has to do what's called loan entrance counseling. It's a few minutes online where they tell you all about student loans. We may also need tax information on your family, some other things, and that stuff would be on Oswego as well. The last thing on there, if you're getting a scholarship, many of you, most of you, just graduated from high school. So if at the end of the year you got a scholarship to Dollars for Scholars, or the Knights of Columbus, or whatever it might be from, if you're getting a scholarship, but you haven't received the money yet, let us know. Send a copy of your award letter to student council or financial aid office. Either one, we can work with you, and we'll make sure we use that. We know you're getting it, so we can use it to help pay the bill. Okay, here's some things. If you still get to the bottom of that sheet being handed out to you, and you still owe money, and unfortunately, many of you will. I had 5 kids go to college, I had 3, and we got to the bottom, and we still owe money. And so we both sat right where you guys are. We understand that. The people in our office are very sympathetic to what you're going through. And so, although we can't tell you exactly how to do it, and we can't write the checks for you, we will work with you to try to come up with a plan. And so here's just some of the things people tend to use to help pay for college. Peg's going to talk in a couple of minutes about the college's payment plan, where you can pay a certain amount per month for each semester's bill. If you happen to be working in the summer, and you put some of that money toward the fall. Working on campus, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. As part of your financial aid award package, we talked to you about parent loans. So if your parents are eligible for a loan through the federal government, you have information on that, and we'd be glad to talk more with you about that. The Teach Grant we just talked about. Some people use their savings, if they're lucky enough to have any. Home equity, if they're lucky enough to have any. Some people borrow against retirement plans. You also have graduation gifts. Again, looking for scholarships again. And I always tell people, this is not the time to be too proud to ask your family for money. So if you have grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, whoever, who you think has some money, ask them if they want to help you. Don't be proud, find out. And then, because they actually may enjoy doing that for you, helping you out. So, you know your family better than I don't. So if you shouldn't ask them, don't ask them. But if they happen to have resources and you think might want to help you, even if they just loan it to you, that can be a great opportunity.
So if you still have a balance and you want to join a time payment plan, we have a 5-month plan. It's $25 a semester to join, and there are 5 equal payments. You can sign up online. It will divide it out for you, and our due dates are the 15th of the months. So August through December, and January through May for next semester.
All right, so I'm just going to talk briefly. We've changed our presentation a little bit this year, so so I just want to talk briefly about special circumstances. For some of you, you may have stuff going on in your lives that has really affected you financially. That may be the loss of a job, loss of a benefit. Could be a death in the family, could be unusual medical expenses, could be divorce or separation. If you have any of those things, and we may be able to use those things to help you get additional financial aid. Now, I can't promise you that because it doesn't always affect student eligibility, but it is a possibility that it could help you. So if you have that, you can either come over and talk to us about it tomorrow. You can go online, download the forms, and complete them and submit them to our office. But if you have those things, be assured we're very confidential of those things. It's only used for financial aid purposes, so anything you tell us or that we have in our files is only for financial aid purposes, and so it's very secure that way. So I would encourage you, if you think you have something like that in your life, make sure you talk to us. Any other financial aid questions? Yes, in the back.
My husband signed over his GI benefit to our daughter. And we couldn't apply for the certificate until her graduation date, which is 24. So we're still waiting on that. Do you guys think that that's going to be an issue? Or?
It should not be an issue at all. Our veterans coordinator, who certifies all veterans benefits for students on campus, is on campus tomorrow. She'll actually be cruising the campus, and she's in the financial aid office. And so feel free to talk to her about that. If you have something with you that shows,
I have my confirmation.
yep, that would be great. She can actually look a lot of those things up.
And will she be able to, we still filled out taxes, because we were told to do that.
Yep.
So can you use those both, or only one, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So the one will supplement the other.
Okay.
And so the veterans benefits wouldn't cover all the costs, so that with other financial aid should put you in a good place. Yes. Okay, I'll turn over to Peg to talk about billing.
You go to the next one. Bill due dates. So usually the day before school. If you start on a Friday, your bills are due or if you start on a Monday, the bills are due the Friday before. I think it's the 25th this semester, but that's always going to be true while you're here, so just so you have an idea when they're due. Students, when you log into my Oswego and you're going to go view your bill, you'll come into our payment portal. It's going to look like this. First thing you want to do, sign up mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, whoever's going to help you pay your bill. Sign them up, let them get their own account so they don't log into your My Oswego anymore. Okay, so you're going to go to the bottom left-hand side, it says authorized users. And you're going to put in a user ID for them. It's going to email them that user ID, so make something that they'll remember. Make it nice. And then it will give them a web page to go to, and they'll create their own password. So from there, they will only see your billing, but they're going to see all your bills. So if you're adding things to the bills and you want them to know, sign them up, and we're going to email them and tell them you added something. So when you get in here, on the right-hand side, mom and dad or whoever gets signed up for this, you will see exactly the same thing that they see here today. You'll just see the billing stuff. The top right-hand side are all the bills that we would send. We will start sending bills on the 15th of July. That will be your first one. And we will put one out there every Monday morning. We won't notify you, but every Monday, I shouldn't say morning. On Mondays, we'll put new ones out there until school starts. So if you're finding that you're changing your financial aid and you're getting some of your things done, you can go out there on Monday and check it again and make sure it's gone through and you've done everything you need to. After that, they'll come once a month at the beginning of the month. If you don't owe us, we will not email you or bother you. We will only send an email to you if you owe us something. The emails will go to the students and whoever they have signed up to get email. Any questions on billing? Students will be able to add on things throughout the semester, like your dining dollars, bookstores, parking passes. So if you're getting an email from us, that means you owe us something. Just pay attention to it so you don't start getting late fees and holds. All right, your bills all have a $700 health insurance charge. Does everybody see that? That's for health insurance. If you have health insurance, you can waive that. Back at the payment portal, at the top of that page, there's a link to the insurance waiver. You have to fill out the insurance waiver and mail it in with a copy of your health insurance card, or you can drop it off tomorrow or when you come back to school. It's due the 15th of September. That'll remove the $700 from your bill. So if you're signing up for payment plans, you might want to get that removed before you sign up. It will lower your balance. Any questions on waivers? They need to be done once a year, so do it every fall. It will cover you for the spring also. Can you fax the completed waiver? I believe there's a fax number on the top. You're going to fax it to Auxiliary Services. Just make sure you have a copy of your insurance card with it. You cannot. It is the student's account. They cannot add on things after the first week. They can't add on bookstores. That's the biggest thing they can add on. They can keep adding Laker dollars, dining dollars, but if you have access, as soon as they add it, you'll see it. So you can monitor it. You can't stop it. The Walker Health fee is the fee for the health center here on campus that's open for all students. That's a mandatory fee. The new student orientation fee is just once. It's just this semester to cover this orientation and the first few weeks of school orientation stuff. The transportation fee is for the buses service around campus, and yes, that's a mandatory one. I'm not going to go through all the fees right now, but if you log into the website that's on that cheat sheet, you can go look and see what all of those fees cover.
When you buy something in a bookstore, for example, first week of school, are you not paying with cash? It goes to your bill?
Okay, can we quiet down for a minute? If you have questions, please raise your hand. The question here was, if you go to the bookstore to buy something, are you going to buy it with cash or are you going to put it on your bill? The choice is yours. You can go to the books, you can have bookstore accounts. You're going to add it to your bill before you go to the bookstore. Then you can use it that way. Otherwise, you can pay with cash or credit card while you're there. the student accounts and we'll explain what they are? Yep. All right, we're going to move on. Refunding. So if for some reason the college owes you money, so your financial aid comes in and it's more than your tuition and fees, we're going to owe you some money back. If you've paid your bill and then you waive your health insurance after the bill's paid, we're going to owe you that money back. If you drop a class, you may or may not have full liability, we may owe you some money back. So through the next 4 years, there's lots of reasons why we might owe you money. So we need you to pick a refund choice for us. We work with a company called Hire One. Bank Mobile, I'm sorry, they just changed. So Bank Mobile is going to send you an information packet, probably early August. It's going to help you through the refund process and how to pick a refund choice. It's going to give you two choices. You can have your money direct deposited to your own bank account, or you can request them to send you a debit card that you can use. And we'll put the money on that debit card. So when you get that information, read it. Please make a refund choice for us. Most of the time, 99% of the time, students are going to get the refunds. The only time we'll refund a parent is if it's a Parent Plus loan and it's most likely the last aid that comes in. So just because you took out a Parent Plus loan does not mean you're going to get a refund. It might go against the student loans and go to them. And it's all systematic. I can't put something in the system that says send a parent. So get access to that account, monitor it. Can the refund apply to the next semester? We are not going to hold your money. You can put it in an account, identify what account it is, and you can hold it and then pay us back with it. You can lower your financial aid, send it back to us, lower your aid. But no, we're not going to save it for the next semester, not unless it comes in right at the very end of the semester before. Any other questions on refunding?
We're buzzing right through this today. You guys must want to get out early. What's your name? Sorry. So there are jobs on campus. About 1/3 of our students who live on campus have jobs on campus. They could be doing many different things, and there's different sources of funding on campus. There's the Federal Work Study Program, which some of you have been told about. Part of your award process. There's jobs in residence life and housing in all the residence halls. There's other campus employment in offices and other areas of the college. For instance, intramurals, we hire a lot of students to help with intramurals, whether it's setting them up, refereeing, all sorts of things. If you're a lifeguard, you get a job on campus, all sorts of stuff. And then there's also about 600 or 700 jobs for students who work in the dining centers, in the bookstore, and some other places around campus through auxiliary services. A lot of jobs. So if you want a job on campus, there's going to be one for you. We recommend students work 5 to 10 hours a week. It's actually a good way for you to make a little extra money. It's a way for you to meet some more people on campus that you might not meet otherwise. And quite honestly, it's kind of then you know somebody that can help you out, whether it's a big brother or a big sister. Because, for instance, if you're having trouble in the classroom, maybe whoever you're working with might help you with a professor. If you're having trouble with registering for a class, maybe somebody can help you navigate that process. So it's just good to have other contacts, other help on campus. And there's information online about that. Strongly recommend that while you're here, you take advantage of either a co-op or internships or both. I have 4 kids, all graduated from college now. 4 of them are working in jobs that they actually got because they were in an internship or co-op, and the company wanted them and hired them when they got out of college. Critical piece of your education here, to get involved in an internship or a co-op. Impress the employer. If you do it, make sure you impress them, because it's like a few-week job training and job evaluation. So you want to make sure you do a good job. But a critical piece of your education here, and there are people on campus, we have departments and others who will help you find good co-ops and internships. Financial literacy, we're very concerned that students know about personal finances. More and more we're finding the students come to college, or parents when the students come to college, unprepared with a lot of knowledge about financial literacy, personal finances. So on my Oswego, under that financial services tab, you'll see we have a free program for financial literacy. Just click on financial literacy. I believe it's 9 modules that talk about things like loans, your credit score, insurance, having a budget, some other things. Extremely important stuff. Now what you're going to find is some programs on campus, some professors on campus will actually make you go through those things as part of their curriculum. So it's just a good thing for you to know, and parents, feel free to look at it as well. It's very helpful. So one of the big things about financial aid, and it's becoming a bigger thing all the while, is you have to do well in school to keep getting your financial aid. So it's important that you keep good grades. It's important that you don't unnecessarily drop or withdraw from classes. It's extremely important you do well. So don't take your classes for granted, and you keep working hard. Credit card usage, again, many of you are leaving home for the first time. Make sure you are careful with credit cards and things like that. Student debt, protecting your identity, those are important things as well. Again, that financial literacy, we'll talk to you about that. If you do, and this will happen, at some point while you're here, you're probably going to need to drop a class, withdraw from the class, add another one. If that happens to you while you're here, don't just do it and not talk to anybody. 2 people you need to talk to. Number 1 is your advisor, your academic advisor. Make sure it's a good idea. Because sometimes if you drop a class, it's not offered for a couple more years, and it can really cause you a mess. So talk to your academic advisor and talk to the financial aid office. Because we'll tell you what's going to happen if you do drop or withdraw from that class. And if you talk to us ahead of time, we can help you figure it out so it doesn't have to hurt you as bad. So just make sure you talk to us. And students, parents, don't be nervous. Students do have to drop and withdraw from classes. It happens. But make sure you talk to somebody before you do it. A lot of our students actually study overseas for a semester or for a year. We have a very big program. Students go to Barcelona, to London, to Paris, to Australia, New Zealand, all over the world to study. And you can use your financial aid to help cover those things. Now, it usually costs more to do that, so I don't want to deceive you. It can be expensive to study overseas, but you can use your financial aid to do that. Those are final thoughts. I mentioned earlier, we don't send you emails. Peg's area doesn't send you emails just because we feel like it. If we send you something, we really need to hear from you. We need you to do something. So keep an eye on your Oswego account, whether it's your bill or your financial aid stuff. Just make sure you're keeping on top of things. Visit our offices. Again, we're in Culkin Hall. So tomorrow, if you want to talk to financial aid, 2nd floor of Culkin Hall. If you want to talk to student accounts, the 4th floor of Culkin Hall. If you want to do your insurance waiver tomorrow, auxiliary services is on the 5th floor of Culkin Hall. So we're all right there. You can take care of everything all at once. So any final questions? If you think it should be up in the top part and it's not, just stop by the financial aid office tomorrow. Or if you have to be part of the EOP program and you have questions on that, just talk to Beth and Jenny when they go. Hey guys, if we just have it quiet, it's really hard to hear the questions. If you pay on campus, bi-weekly. Yep. Guys, really, if you don't mind, please. No. The question is work study required to be involved in a co-op program? The answer is no. And actually, co-op programs, you tend to get paid for the co-op programs. So those are good, but you don't have to have any other financial aid to get that. So,
Question, what would be assigned your work study job, and will the form be the original one or a waiver form?
if you do happen to have federal work study and your financial aid award letter, you'll be notified about things later in the summer about what the process is for that. So you don't have to panic yet. We'll help you work on it. Probably mid-August.
And the form, the health insurance form, will be the original one?
So the health insurance form, there's 3 ways it's available. It's actually available online. You can get it at Cruising the Campus tomorrow afternoon, or you can stop by the Auxiliary Services office on the 5th floor of Carlton Hall anytime tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
So if you have your insurance card with you, you can just get that all taken care of tomorrow. How do you get paid? Yeah, I think everybody's direct deposit now. Okay, you do have to choose. I think predominantly it's direct deposit, but you do have an option.
What's up?
Other questions? These are good questions, really good questions. Everybody's talking like they got questions, but nobody's asking me.